these are issues you will face if you want to govern Nigeria. So what does it matter whether proposals are coming from some contraption called national government, or they are coming from some contraption that will set up a task force to look into this? These are live issues. The report is there. How many volumes? I have 10 sets of that report in my library. For anyone who cares, who is interested. But to me, it sounds petty to say, well, because you don't like the idea of the national conference, you will not even take a look at the report. I hope that President Buhari will have a change of heart. Is there any useful thing we can do with this report? I don't like this recommendation. Fine, you are government. You have that prerogative. I like this. Fine. This one, I'm not too sure. Okay, I will set up a task force to take a look at this, as long as they are addressing pressing issues which are coming across your desk.
The military invaded, truncated our democracy, but together now we have an opportunity of past military leaders and politicians trying to fix our nation. That we need to go back to the foundation of the nation, raise the foundation and see that there is no way out of our dilemma outside of restructuring this nation along true federal principles, which Chief Obafemi Awolowo spent his entire life campaigning for. Without that restructuring, there will be no progress and will only be retrogression. It is simple, sanctified common sense to see that there is no future outside of the structure. But how we do it without bloodlet, without killing ourselves, is very critical.
There's no other political thinker in this country who's gone so deeply into an extraction of a political philosophy out of the actualities, the history, how the nation came to be, etc. All this influence is thinking. But the whole, the character of revolution is sweeping dismissal, sweeping embrace of new ideas. That's what revolution is all about. And many, virtually all of us at the time were convinced that, yes, this is revolution in the making. The problem we have today are those who have refused to rethink. After how many decades of failure, complete failure, after a civil war, those who still insisting on a centralist government are those who just are incapable of thinking. Quite frankly, truthfully, bluntly, there's no one will look at this country, this nation, and even if Awolowo's principles were not laid out, no one would look, no one with any intelligence would look at this nation today and say that it's a centralist ideology that will work for it. Its centralist ideology has failed totally. Don't even call it ideology. Centralist choice of governance principles. Its centralism is our death knell if we persist in it. And many of those who now dismiss, who poo-poo the idea, when they were not in power, they were also false to restructuring. But once they get there, with accumulation of power in narrowly defined, they say, why bother? It's good like this. We'll talk about those and those who profit from it, who benefit from it. But before, look at their history, you find that in many cases, yes, they were also federalists. They recognize the fact that centralism is a bane of a heterogeneous people. Look at it anywhere, in the Balkans, Yugoslavia, etc., Soviet Union, anywhere. You cannot grow and you cannot hope to survive productively with a minimal amount of tension if you continue to pursue a back of centralist policy.
2014 conference was that the conclusions of the conference should be taken over by the president and then make sure the decisions were implemented. That's all. It bothers me. It bothers me a lot. It bothers me a lot because we are not moving forward at all. There is a lot of animosity, a lot of suspicion, a lot of political impartiality, then power imbalance, everything put together make Nigeria not progressing. That the president should implement the conclusion, the decisions and recommendations of the 2014 conference.
633 recommendations from the National Conference that will allow every state to develop at their own pace. Every state will have their own constitution, just like what happened in the United States of America. We have their own police, we have their own Supreme Courts, Appeal Court and Supreme Courts. Look, you can see that our governments have never taken a direction.
All this question of coalition doing anything, it has been happening since past days. When the NPC wanted to form a coalition in the First Republic, Shimano was invited.
The northern peoples.
The northern people, you don't ask on what basis. What is going to be our program for agriculture, education? Because there must be something we are going to do for the people that will bring us to come together, because we are not the same, we don't have the same political ideology. So if we must come together now, there must be certain basis. That was the basis of my criticism of APC. APC and all the remnants from PDP. What is Buhari? What is bringing it together? What can you say Buhari stands for that is similar to what you people who claim to be adherents or followers of Awolowo? What brings you together?
Ideologically speaking.
Nothing. Then I said it's just a conglomeration of incompatibles. All they were agreed for was to send Jonathan away. They have diverse vested interests after the departure of Jonathan. That is what is happening in the National Assembly and all that. I said in one of my times, I said, well, you don't discuss about distribution of the spoil of war after the war. Before the war, you say, well, if we win this war, you will take this, you will take that, I will take this. Those of us who are brought up under the aegis of our law, we are not used to this type of thing. When we disagree, it's on transit basis. We are not talking of corruption. We agree. Nobody likes anybody to loot us. But wiping out corruption will not put food on the table.
Ìjà ẹranko ló yẹ ká jà fún ilẹ̀. fún ilẹ̀ Nàìjíríà. Ìjà ẹranko ló yẹ ká jà fún ilẹ̀ bàbá wa o. Ìjà ẹranko ló yẹ ká jà fún ilẹ̀ Áfíríkà. Ìfẹ́, 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 ìfẹ́. Ọmọ kò yẹ kó sá fọ́mọ bíi ti jàgùdà kan. Ara kò yẹ kó sábàrà bíi ti kúrú náà kan. Ẹnu kò yẹ kó sábẹ́nu bíi ti kòkòrò kan.